guys, it's your boy Nate Notes. I'm a producer, guitarist, multi-instrumentalist, show programmer. I've had the blessings and favors to be able to play with some amazing artists such as Wes Nelson, Craig David, Connor Maynard, Reggie Snow, Ray. And today I'm here with my good friends at Taylor Guitars. Really and truly, our job is to turn up and play what's right for the song. At the end of the day, it's not about how good I am and how many chords I know, it's about what fits for the record. One of the nicer things about the acoustic guitar is that, yes, it can be the heart of the song, but it's also really nice for texture and for like warmth and sonic richness. The average listener might not even hear it, but they'll feel that something has happened in that section. One thing I've learned is it's not about the good days. The good days are wicked and they feel good, but they don't actually help better you as a musician, as a session player. It's bad days that kind of really develop your character, your playing, temperament, all of those things, and they help craft you into a more seasoned, more experienced player. Always do what's needed for the song, you'll never fail. When you get a track like this, the first thing to do is have a listen. I've got stems for this now, so I can sit down and listen to that guitar part in isolation, so I can catch all the details. I think the first point of call is definitely going to be just learning it as it is and giving the producer a clean pass of just what's there. Let's have a listen. So super simple, just the guitar part. And I think the first thing we hear that this isn't really a guitar, it's more like a MIDI keyboard guitar that they've put down and they want an acoustic guitar to play it. So sometimes we can't play some of these piano voicings that they'll do, so we need to interpret it in a way that most or all of the notes are there if we can. So we're gonna have we play it along with the track. Then I think the next point of call is giving the producer enough options so that he can take it away and go, this is what I'm envisioning and this is what I'm going to use. So if I take away the guide guitar now, sounding nice. So we've got some options now that we can start handing the producer. Maybe for the chorus, they're like, can we get something completely different? So let's jump to the chorus section. Chorus is pretty much the same, but you're gonna have slightly more drums playing, so it becomes slightly more busy rhythmically. So we're jumping in, 1, 2, 3. Back to the original. So we've now given them enough of a bed of different ideas to cover what is essentially the main guitar part. But I think it's really important when you're doing a session is to be able to, first and foremost, give them exactly what they're after, because that's so important, but then also give them some extra ideas. So when they're in the kind of space of piecing the song together, you give them extra little pieces that they can kind of take and add. So maybe we'll try a take where we add some extra notes. Let's just do some riffs or some little licks now, because that might be something that the producer wants to add in to a later section, or it might just be a nice little thing for, you know, the end of the song. So we'll go again. kind of just playing lots of things at the moment to see what kind of sticks, but it's still a bit too busy, but you know, we're just kind of experimenting. So that's a really nice little melody we've got there. We can elaborate on that a little bit more. So we can maybe play that melody and then start to stack on top of that. So that's our melody. Add on top. Always finding the space. That's a bit nicer, it's a bit more simple. Always the space. Back to our part. So we've kind of got our main part, we've got a couple of variations just in case the producer wants something separate for the chorus, something separate for the verses. I think it's just about always respecting and kind of listening to what the song is and going, this is going to fit with the style, this is going to be appropriate for the style, and using your kind of ear and your experience to go, I'm going to just make sure that I nail the brief. The brief, I've been called to just make sure that I replay this guitar thing. So that's the thing that I have to get done. Everything after that is hopefully stuff that can enhance the song, give the producers a bit more sonics and sounds and little textures that they can sprinkle in how they hear it. One of the nicer things about the acoustic guitar in itself is that, yes, it can be the heart of the song, but it's also really nice for texture and for like warmth and sonic richness. The average listener might not even hear it, but they'll feel that something has happened in that section. For this next one, we've got quite a lot of things happening. You've got a really rhythmic electric guitar part, piano, bass, you've got lots of drum things happening. So kind of the role that I'd put on for the acoustic is just textured. So let's have a listen together. So yeah, we've got this like really nice, but you know, quite a picked, arpeggiated little guitar part. We've got a piano. Let's just say in this scenario, they're happy with the guitar part. I would still personally just have a take of it just there for them, just in case they either change their mind or they want to layer it together. We've got to make sure we nail it. Cool, so they've got that as an option. Because there's a lot of rhythmical elements happening, I just don't think adding acoustic that's kind of going is gonna enhance the song. It's probably gonna get in the way of everything else. So our job is to find some really nice and subtle lines or chords or progressions that you can add in and will enhance but not get in the way. So let it ring out. So with that one little subtle element, we've got a really simple thing. It's not getting in the way of the main guitars or the pianos. We want the chorus to sound a bit more open, so we can maybe look at adding some open strings. So we're jumping again. Jumping into the chorus. So let's try. Okay. Bit of a nicer voicing. really happy with the sound of it, but maybe maybe they're asking you to add some more elements or some more rhythm. So we'll add some more rhythm with this next run. Still not happy, so they want more. Cool, a bit nicer. Nice about a part like that is you kind of have this high E just droning on, so it doesn't get in the way, but it's adding a nice little counter melody, top melody to the progression. So let's say another scenario might be they just think that the bass needs a little bit more support. So something we can do is literally just kind of follow the bass line. Sounds really cool. They like it, but it's not powerful enough. So another thing we can do is just kind of add off little fifths on it. Again, the part's really nice. They're kind of really feeling it, but when they get to the chorus, they want it to be a little bit more busy. And you always want to find the space. We'll now try and do a run where we craft all of the different parts and ideas that we've done into kind of one take. Make it feel a bit more like it's a live song rather than kind of little loops and studio parts chopped together, because sometimes you get asked to do that. Here we go. So we start with the verse. Go to the pre-chorus, to the fifths. Add our little to the chorus. To the hook. At the end of the day, it's not about how good I am and how many chords I know, it's about what fits for the record. And sometimes, as we've said earlier, the most simplest of things can make all the difference. One thing that I'm very proud of in my career is that I've had the honor of working with some really, not just amazing artists, but they're wonderful musicians and they're such good creatives. And we've done some really cool acoustic tracks of their records. You get given the song, we want this to be an acoustic version. That's the brief. You know, there's some really nice things I can do with guitar that you can't do on keyboards, and sonically I can move around in a different way. We're kind of crafting a brand new version of the song. So we've got our final track here, and give a big shout out to my boy Wes Nelson. Thank you for letting us use the track as this example. This is his song Forever. Again, same thing, let's just listen to the original and then we can talk about how we would interpret this into an acoustic arrangement and make it its own unique thing, basically. So we can hear that there's already quite busy guitar happening, so.
Could have been someone else. I always knew it was you. by myself.
Okay, nice clean chorusy guitar.
Overdue.
Let's jump to the chorus, pre-chorus.
In the next life, I hope you'll have me. I just wanna wake up next to you when you're gone. I need you badly. You're better than beautiful. I just wanna make you happy. From the moment we said I do, I fought to know you catch me. I want you forever. I don't wanna love it fitting forever. When you
Okay, so we've had a listen to the track. Let's just say in this scenario, Wes has come to me and gone, I want this to be something different. I want it to feel different. I want it to, you know, not necessarily be the same genre or same style. I don't necessarily need the same chords. You know, you've got license to kind of completely reimagine what's happening here. So the first thing I do, get this a cappella going so I can, you know, try some chordal ideas, try some reharms. We're just gonna experiment in this early stage, and then we can start to kind of be a bit more selective and like really lock in our ideas. So here's the a cappella.
could have been someone else.
Sounds great.
I always knew it was you.
So the original progression is kind of along the lines of. So, you know, really nice pop song progression, but we want to imagine this in a different way. So here we go.
Could have been someone else. I always knew.
So kind of using the same chords, but in a different order.
Many years by myself. I found you. Overdue. In the next life, I hope you have me. I just wanna wake up next to you when you're gone. I need you badly. You're better than beautiful.
The next thing is to maybe go a bit further away from the original and try something completely different. So let's go somewhere slightly different on this next run.
Could have been someone else. I always knew it was you.
It's kind of nice.
Many years by myself. I found you. Overdue.
Well, I want more tension, so it's like we've got na 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 na. Okay, the third chord is look. That minder's not working, so we're gonna go. So that's now giving us a little bit more tension, and he's buzzing.
Many years by myself. I found you. Overdue. In the next life, I hope you'll have me. I just wanna wake up next to you when you're gone. I need you badly.
If we do a little pickup into that pre-chorus, and let's just try maybe, you know, changing the progression around, or can we make that section have a little bit more tension?
Many years by myself. I found you. Overdue.
So let's go back to the previous chords.
In the next life, I hope you'll have me.
Okay, that's nice.
I just wanna wake up next to
Tension.
you when you're gone. I need you badly. You're better than beautiful.
Really nice again, tension.
I just wanna make you happy. From the moment we said I do, I fought to know you got you. I want you forever. I don't wanna love if it ain't forever.
So I'm starting to kind of get a
When you came around,
Latin-y
you
vibe.
made me do it.
So let's try and incorporate some rhythmic elements to these chords, and let's start to kind of hone down a actual part that we can sit down and go, this is the part for the song.
In the next life, I hope you have me. I just wanna wake up next to you when you're gone. I need you badly. You're better than beautiful. I just wanna make you happy. From the moment we said I do, I fought to know you got you.
So let's add some rhythm.
I want you forever. I don't wanna love if it ain't forever. When you came around,
Back to our original chords.
She get tipsy. She be telling me she miss me. I was broken and she fixed me.
It's really nice, but I'm not really, I think it needs some more elements. I think, you know, as much as the guitar is the driving force here, you know, it might be nice if there's a little beat. So magic of technology, let's add a little simple but, you know, effective little drum loop just to kind of give it some vibes.
Could've been someone else.
So it's more of a trappy, hip-hoppy beat, but will work really nicely when we add the guitars. So let's get our guitars back in.
Many years by myself, I found you. Oh, you.
We go back to our pre.
In the next life, I hope you have me. I just wanna wake up next to you, and you're gonna need you badly. You're better than beautiful. I just wanna make you happy. From the moment we said I do, I thought, no, you got you.
Add our rhythms.
I want you forever. I don't wanna love if it ain't forever. When you came around, you made me do better. Only wanna love if it's forever.
What do we do when we get to the second verse? Because we, you know, we want to let the second verse feel like it's its own thing. So one thing we can do, which is really useful and effective, is just completely cutting out. So if I pick us up just before,
Every time that she get tipsy,
so we're in this post-chorus,
telling me she miss me.
really simple.
I was broken and she fixed me.
Drop out.
Loving you when we're both old and grey. If
Back in.
wanting you was wrong, you'd be my worst mistake. Coffee in the morning, dancing in the kitchen, give you my attention. No replies, just living in the next life.
So something as simple as just dropping out for the second verse and letting the artist let that vocal have a little moment has so much more weight and effect than, you know, just kind of plodding through with the same thing. And again, you know, we're going to get to the next pre-chorus and let's just pretend that Wes has turned around and go, bro, I want it to feel more, I still want more tension, but I don't want the chords to change, but, you know, I want it to feel really kind of dramatic, and it's going to lead to the chorus, and it's going to be, that second chorus is going to kind of be our big part of the song. So maybe we either change the voicings or, you know, maybe we play them higher up. So if we jump into this next pre-chorus, I'll give you the example.
Dancing in the kitchen, give you my attention. No replies, just living.
So just jump up.
In the next life, I hope you have me. I just wanna wake up next to you, and you're gonna need you badly. You're better than beautiful. I just wanna make you happy. From the moment we said I do, I thought, no, you got you. I want you forever.
Tension and release isn't always, you know, different chords. It can be space, it can be movement, it can be so many different things that just help essentially this very simple but very nice and effective song have motion and not kind of feel like it's just stationary and static all the way through. One thing we can do on our end to enhance the tune is to start to add little counter melodies. Let's put the chorus on a loop as well and see what we kind of come up with. Let's add some of those pianos. Let's add a synth as well. So that's a really nice little melody there. Is there anything else that we can add that can kind of complement it but not be in the way? Finding the space. All right, so thanks, guys. You know, I know there's a lot here to digest, but these are just some, you know, initial ideas for you to kind of take away and add into your process, and just go out and be creative, have a lot of fun with it. And, you know, I look forward to seeing all the songs that you come up with on acoustic. So yeah, I've been 8 Notes. It's been real. Peace.